Hello citizens of Planet X, and welcome back to the wonderful world of YouTube, where we are going to take a look at creations from both Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo in a pre-recorded expo. Now, I am SoGenesis, and I'll be your host through this Hybrid Xpo, which, for those who do not know, a Hybrid Xpo is a very old thing that we on Planet X used to do, where we took a look at not only Planet Coaster creations, but Planet Zoo creations in the same broadcast. Now, it's been a long time since we have done one of these, but we have decided to change things up. Rather than do a Twitch stream like we used to do, now we are doing a pre-recorded video, which gives us ample opportunity to change up the style and showcase the work in a much more cinematic and more experimental way. So, if you want to take part in this wonderful experiment of ours, click in the link in the description down below and join our Discord, Planet X on Discord. Or you can submit your creation for free via the Google Doc down below. There will be links for not only the Planet Coaster submission form, but also the Planet Zoo submission form. Anyway, we have two fantastic creations in not only Planet Coaster, but Planet Zoo, so one for each. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. How about we actually check out the builds that I've been talking so much about? Let's head on over into the world of Planet Coaster to check out our first submission. So, I'll see you guys there. We finally returned to the world of Planetco to showcase Bedtime Rituals, an absolutely incredible mini park made by a nomad known as Smiling Oma 333. And here is the build, here is my ugly mug, and let's go check out the build. And immediately, this front entrance is so wonderful with flowers and decorations. You can tell the gingerbread icing is on top with some beautiful hamburger buns on top, some wonderful basic shaping, and incredible use of ancient block pieces and radioactive buckets to create books. This is a technique that I know Anik Mandra has used a lot for her incredible library builds, but this is used wonderfully here to set up the atmosphere of some bedtime stories. Now, I don't think that's a wonderful story. I think we should move on from that. This one's much better. Some Dr. Seuss. I recognize that immediately as a person who has done some play and Seussical. Ooh, Asterix and Obelix. I have not heard of that one before. Mr. Men at the Park. Ooh. You know, I wonder if those smiley faces are going to play a part later in the build, as we're going to discover soon. Ooh, Charlotte's Web, though it's very hard to make out the Charlotte in the web. And then we got Miffy at the Zoo. This is Coaster. Anne of Green Cables. Plants. Dolly. I don't understand that one. And then Tweety Bird and Sylvester. Some Looney Tunes up in here. And leading up right to a wonderful, beautiful entrance for Bedtime Rituals. I think we should take a closer look and even look at the description as well. Let's get into that real quick. Entering this wonderful garden area, this project is a very personal one for Smiling Oma. And of course, I'll try to keep it very calm and collected here, especially to reflect the wonderful bedtime theme that we have going on here. Now, I have a set list of instructions, not only provided in the description, but also on the side of the building, to check out specific locations located throughout the mini park. And the first one is to get a drink at Nightcaps. Ooh, already. A very adorable little plant with... Ooh, we got... What is this? Ooh, a temple column. Okay. So we got a mix of temple with vanilla, fairy tale. Create a very adorable little pottery sort of thing. Let me get my dream. Oh, we don't need to see that. Dream powder. Dream powder. Valor. Wonderful to get started. And of course, checking out, you got little neon signs underneath the trees to give a wonderful little glow to it. Makes me feel like a small little ant or going through a magical, mystical forest that you would never see in our normal day-to-day lives. Like, this is quite possibly the magic of Planetco. And I saw this guy a little earlier. Little smiley face, little happy face. By the way, make sure to keep an eye out for little smiley faces throughout this creation. If I don't notice any, maybe you should bring it up in the comments below. I would definitely love to hear it, and I'm sure Smiling would love to see who else notice the smiling faces if I didn't notice. Regardless, let's get back into it. Let's head on down to step number 2, which is gather our sleep essentials. So I'm going to get myself a little pillow, my little blankie, and of course, my big lovely cat, Bingo, who is currently sleeping himself. So, checking out this wonderful building with the wonderful spooky vines, and the fairy tale, and of course, lovely little flower. So this whole park, according to the description, is based on Little Smiling Oma's rituals when she was younger. And apparently the third step in this plan was going to the bathroom and brushing her teeth. And already, incredible toothbrush with, I looked this over earlier, it was flower pieces making up the bristles. And of course we got the little stone mouth from the ancient pack, a lot of ancient stuff from the adventure pack being used here. And of course on top we have a marshmallow confectionery piece that is made as our little toothpaste. I wonder what flavor. I casually use mint. I used to use bubblegum all the time, but I've grown old. Things change when you get old. But regardless, I think we should continue into the main meat of the story, which is covering the little story of Maryland and her stories through the bedtime world. So the next part of this bedtime ritual will be the biggest one because it's the star attraction, Maryland and her adventures. And okay. We'll experience the story that this wonderful park has to offer. Stop here for story before song. Okay. Maryland and her adventures, once again told in this wonderful... Oh, I just noticed we have little cute bees, dragonflies? I don't know my insects. I'm sure Moody could help. This is the con of me being by myself. But little pencils all set up straight and wonderful. I think it's about time that we head into the world and check out Maryland and her adventures.
Daddy, can you tell me the story about the girl who was the size of a thumb?
Let me see. Can you help me remember?
She has the same name as our state. Maryland?
Oh, yes, that's right. It's Maryland.
Yeah, and she lives in our backyard. Can't she ride Harvey, the big bunny's back tonight?
Yes, but then you have to go to sleep.
I promise.
Very well. Then let us begin. Once upon a time, there is a girl named Maryland who is as big as a thumb. She lives in our backyard in a secret spot so that she's not spotted by all of us. She has a friend named Harvey who is a very big bunny rabbit. Harvey lets Maryland ride on his back. Down the rabbit hole they go. Together they sneak around the backyard. While you sleep, they visit the fireflies who like to hide in the clover. They explore the mushrooms in the yard and play with the butterflies. Harvey keeps Maryland safe from the long tongue of the frog prince as they play in the big puddle. They see their friend the caterpillar and play with spiders as they surf through the breeze. Harvey spots a hole in the fence of our carrot patch and they sneak into the garden. They came across a giant caterpillar moving through the carrots. Finally, Harvey got his chance and grabs a carrot to snack on. After their day of adventuring, Harvey takes Maryland back to her home in the yard, where she goes to bed. I hope many of you enjoyed that dramatic retelling. It's actually ripped from these walls where the story is told through the perspective of a narrator, most likely older Smiling Oma, reflecting on the past of young Smiling Oma. So we'll take a moment to appreciate these wonderful wall pieces that tell the story just before the story. Of course, I followed the wall all the way up here, telling the wonderful story of Maryland and Harvey. And it leads all the way up to this small ramp into the loading platform where we have wonderful, I believe, classic lights from the classic pack, as well as fairy tale archway. Oh, I've not seen this piece used in quite a bit. Oh, and it's got a beautiful cloud formation using the snow, and I gotta figure out what that piece is. But I think it's enough time for me rambling. I'm sure you're sick and tired of my voice already. How about we just enjoy a wonderful POV in Maryland and her adventures? Let's go. And that was Maryland and her adventures. Now, quickly flying over through this wonderfully patchy grass. Oh, there's Harvey and Maryland. Correct me if I'm wrong. These remind me of a TV show that I used to watch when I was a kid. Something on Nick Jr. Like everybody remembers it for the one spider that had a humanoid face. Comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. It was like Miss Peppergreen, like something, Miss Ladybug, I don't know. Again, seeing these wonderful dragonfly creatures with the snow cone, like the little cones on the back, wonderfully. Ooh. This last section, it was kind of speeding through, so I couldn't really process what was going on. Oh, it's the little caterpillar. So, riding over the caterpillar, and then I saw a face somewhere. Like I saw the. Oh wait. Oh wow. Looking like Miss Piggy up in here with those lippies. This was a really cool area where you were going around the frog tongue, and Harvey was defending Maryland from the tongue. I remember that part. Yeah, it was really cool. And you got the bratwurst here. Like, I'm sure these are. Oh, it's horsetails. Like, or yeah, it's horsetails. So that's creative. Like flowers and flies. Oh, more of these cute little creatures. That remind me of the smiley face. Haha. Gotta get that out of the way. And I think I'm just circling around at this point. Oh, look at that! It's the caterpillar from Bug's Life, and he's got candy corn. He's a beautiful butterfly. So let's find our way back to the exit. Oh wow, spawned just right. And of course, we got the exit queue right here, and yes. Dedicated to the dad and all the bedtime stories he used to tell, of course. And we got some dedications, so let's get a light on real quick for this so we can see this. Willowbix for Maryland and Butterflies. Tilly-Toos, may you rest in peace, for the bunny, Harvey. Red Dragon for the caterpillar. Bagul for the Lord of the Rings characters and the dad. Anagmandra for books, of course, I called that. And then the Dragon Slayer for opportunities to create this. Dragon Slayer, another server in the Planet Coaster community, and wow, that is an adorable scenery piece to finish things off for the Maryland and her adventure storyline. Like, let's just take a moment. Like, it's got the little... Oh, it's so cute. And, oh... I'm losing my words here. For tonight, at least. It's a great and wonderful attraction. Like, and we're still not done. There is still one last attraction to this whole thing that I gotta get on over into. So let me find my words again and let's take a look. Make sure you have everything you need to sleep, of course. I mean, it's still daytime for me, but barely. So, oh, I'm almost there. Where are we going to end? Oh, wow. We got incredible text walls that I'll have to read later, but... Oh, we got the river rapids, river method. Oh, we got beautiful lights. Now, we'll get to you in a moment, but I'm sure you have already been hearing that attraction for a bit, because that is the one with custom media. So, oh, we got a little... Oh, petting zoo. Meet the sheep. Star attractions of the tender shepherd. Okay, we'll get to that. What are they made out of, actually? I just realized that. So, sleeping drat. I think that's in-game, if I remember. And then what is... Ah, snowman body. That's a really creative way to get some lambs going here. I love that. Wonderful bridge made out of ancient pieces. Ooh. And the fairy tale piece. No, it's made out of the fairy tale wood pieces. I'm completely blanking on that. Ooh. Oh, and then on this side... Oh. Can't forget about the smiling face and little koi pond. Absolutely love that. Oh man, again, it's the fantastical elements that really get to me, and it's I'm stumbling over my own words with how good this is looking. Baubles, of course. Of course, I'll have to read that text at the very end. But let's check out the shepherd, the tender shepherd. We've been hearing this attraction throughout the entirety of the showcase, so you know what, we might as well treat it right. Let's check it out. It's time for bed.
Will you sing, tender shepherd?
Yes. Now close your eyes. I shall sing for you. wonderful attraction that you can tell has been made with heart. An incredible look at detailing for a quick moment. Since the ride was going a little fast, you couldn't really make out the details sometimes. Wonderful carrot patch with some more of those neon bushes. With a wonderful meadow. Of course, adorable little nursery. Of course, beautiful moony night sky. Once we head out of this attraction, we exit back out into this garden area with the little river. And that was Bedtime Rituals by Smiling Oma 333. Now I'm switching it to daytime here and zooming out so that way we can get a better look of the exterior, which is a wonderful flower shape, which there is a story behind why there's a flower, but I highly suggest that you subscribe and check out the build for yourself in order to explore and check out the finer details of everything. Like, if I didn't get to showcase it, you should see it too. Like that whole text wall that was written up against the one wall near Tender Shepherd. I highly recommend you check that out for yourself because it is a very personal message from Smiling Oma and it explains a lot about what went on behind the scenes for this build. So I highly suggest that you subscribe to the build to not only show your support, but to also get a better understanding of the build, which I cannot provide through video form and through me talking. Like it's a better experience to just see it for yourself. So we have this beautiful flower, and in the very top there is a quote which we will read off to finish things off, and then we'll get on to the outro. So let's check that out. Dear human, you got it all wrong. You didn't come here to master unconditional love. That is where you came from and where you'll return. You came here to learn personal love, universal love, messy love, sweaty love, crazy love, broken love, whole love. Infused with divinity, lived through the grace of stumbling, demonstrated through the beauty of messing up. Often you didn't come here to be perfect. You already are. You came here to be gorgeously human, flawed and fabulous, and then to rise again into remembering. And that was Bedtime Rituals by Smiling Oma 333. Make sure to head into the link in the description down below and check out the Steam Workshop page and like, favorite, subscribe, comment, the whole shebang to show support to Smiling Oma 333's Bedtime Rituals. But I have a feeling you might need a little more convincing, so just in case. Ooh, you are getting very sleepy. You want to subscribe to Smiling Oma 333's Bedtime Rituals mini park, link in the description below. You want to subscribe to it. Do it! Do it! Anyway, we have had a wonderful time here with Bedtime Rituals. Let's head on over into the daytime and check out our next and final build, which will be in Planet Zoo. See you guys then. And now we return to the world of grass and animals as we arrive at Planet Zoo to check out the small jungle cafe with bar, also known as
Kleines Dschungelcafé mit Bar
by StrolchHH. And here is my ugly mug once again, checking out a blueprint in Planet Zoo. Now, Strolch has provided a small description for the build, and he says that this is a small cafe with a bar in the middle of a Manchurian crane habitat. Now, I'm not as privy with the animal species in Zoo as I am with the coasters in Planet Coaster. However, I managed to slip in, where are they? Red-crowned crane. And here I got Taka, the female, and I have Shin, the male. And we need to get some food on them. But we will view this build as not only a building, but also as a habitat. So we'll check out and rate both of them. So actually, when I started recording this section of the expo, our two red-crowned cranes, Taka and Shin, had a child. So they have Arakan as a male. And you know what? I reckon that we start with the crane habitat. So, checking all around here, we got ourselves a fantastically foliage build here. StrolchHH is a fantastic Architron builder, very known for their heavily detailed builds. You can clearly tell from the building up there, but that's later. Right now we gotta focus on the habitat, check out what the cranes are living in. I'm gonna start off detailed exploration of the habitat by pointing out some weird stuff that happened when I placed it down. So this is a little later Genesis here, and I want to explain a little bit more on how I made some oopsies when it came to placing the build. So when I placed down the blueprint, I placed it down a little higher than it was, so the terrain was a little off, and that kind of messed with the pathing, so that's why there's a hill here, and the pathing looks a little wonky from the side. But also is something a little weird. So with the change in elevation, the pathing was messed up for the cranes, so they were freaking out because they were stuck in the little area right over here. Now, I also have the water tab open because I believe, according to the pictures, I've placed the water a little bit lower than what was in the photos. You can kind of tell because the lily pads are floating. However, if I go to the replacement, like to the size that's a little ways up, as you can see here, because there's either this size or the next size up, and that kind of floods everything, which I guess is closer to what it is, but then also we got props that are completely submerged or filling up, and they should be underwater. And there might be stuff that I completely missed, like the wood down here completely vanishes under the water, so I'd have to completely miss this. So a lot of the footage will be using the lower setting, which I cannot show now, but you'll be able to see it a little later. And then we got some toy enrichment for the animals, so that way they aren't bored. We have an East Asian boat, just in case you want to know that this was an Asian country. Taka and Shin should have given away as a Japanese descended animal. But yeah, this build here, absolutely phenomenal. And it's got some incredible rock work as well. Yeah, Strolch is an absolute king when it comes to detailed builds, especially in blueprints, which, yeah, this is all a blueprint. Like, this is all 4K pieces, and it's just an absolutely phenomenal result. I'm going to take another peek around, see if there's anything in the habitat else that catches my eye. If not, let's check out the small cafe in the middle of the jungle. So I noticed that part of the bridge is actually really good for cover, though there is a lot of coverage like right under here, so if the animals ever get stressed, they got some cover there, some shelter right over here. It's a really good habitat. Some shelter over here, and of course they have a lot of water to play with easy accessible ramps, a lot of sprinklers to keep them cool. So the animals are going to be living wonderfully here, I'm sure. So all ready for a habitat. This is a great build, but again, let's now check out the cafe to see what the human habitat has in store. Entering Explore mode, because Plaid Zoo has the wonderful feature of Explore mode. No more is Tegid Cam, so these people are safe from the wrath of the Tegid Cam god. And already, this bridge to enter this jungle cafe area, wonderful, wonderful work. I wonder what material. I gather this is a bunch of, excuse that. A lot of the brickwork is just stacked together for this part of the bridge, so let's check that out. Oh, Indonesia temple brick pieces, and then they're just stacked up together to form these steps. Now, I do have a path under here. I don't have it going as a ramp. It's very rough, very crude, so pardon the curb that's going to be sticking out through the middle here, but I always try to show the practicality and use and see how I took a gander. I'm sure there's better pathing in store for this build, but I just unfortunately did not have the time to get it going. But we have a donation box, so it's clear that people can use this area. We got tables being in use, and oh, we got wonderful see-through bar here. We have a Street Fox coffee, but I don't think that matters when you have Mysterious Elixir. And checking out this open bar here, I am not as familiar with the pieces of Planet Zoo as I am with Planet Coaster, again, but oh, I can recognize an East Asian boat because I saw it down there, so that's pretty cool, using that as plant hangers. Oh, we got gutter pipes going into sort of brown substance. Ah, using the basic shapes as stools. That's a classic trick, but it really fits with the colorful atmosphere of this build, which, again, taking a look above, we got some incredible detailing. We got some great statue work with some wonderful figures, and of course the foliage still coming up on top with the vines covering the ground. We have the roots digging out through. Oh, we got some rocks sticking out. Like, this just feels like some sort of ancient temple that we were just never supposed to stumble on. Especially when we got a freaking cherry blossom tree here. Like, like, it's the only cherry blossom tree I have seen so far. That, or my memory is just slipping by. I mean, again, who knows? Maybe that's the curse of this mysterious temple in the middle of the jungle. But fantastic, like, pop color. Like, hold on, let's get a like a screenshot area here. Oh yes, that is a wonderful screenshot right there. Oh, this is just a very wonderful build. And exiting out of explore mode, we finally go back to free form look, and we find ourselves with wonderful floating lanterns. Like, I wonder if these are in-game pieces. Let's check that. Whoa, 1,000 pieces. What's going on here? Like, I thought these were in-game. Like, we got the boat lanterns here. We got the candle holders. Wow. Like, I can't wait to see this at night, because I am sure those lanterns are going to glow. Like, I think that tangled with that one, but... Oh, we got... Yeah, you know what? Let's check out the nighttime scenery. Let's see what we got here. Let's bring it to midnight, and let's enter the... Whoa! Lovely, cozy orange, and the crazy purples and blues up here, and of course, lanterns shining bright above. Oh man, we gotta check this out a little more. Hold on. Of course, as we have the incredible purple lighting of the temple above, giving off a very mysterious atmosphere and adding a brand new sort of menace to all those wonderful statues we saw earlier, but this time in a more blackened rather than goldish bronze color. And of course, the refreshing Street Fox coffee complementing the cozy orange glow of the temple below, where guests get to explore and get to see wonderful sights right up above. And of course, we will do one dramatic flyover using the cinematic camera that this game wonderfully provides to get a wonderful overview shot of the entire blueprint. So here we're at the bridge, checking out the wonderful glow and getting a wonderful view of the habitat below. Of course, going on to the other side, seeing the wonderful foliage work and some of the enrichment areas down below under the water. Seeing the wonderfully arched bridge. And of course, we have Shin and Taka right over there, leading up into this beautiful Eastern Asian tree right at the corner of the habitat. And of course, a final complimenting shot from the habitat looking up to the mysterious temple right above. So now back to daytime, noon o'clock to be specific. We got ourselves a rainstorm to check out some of the intricate details of this build, especially with a lot more reflections going on, and of course, test out the specs of my computer. Wow. We got ourselves a wonderful view here with the floor finally getting some time to shine. And of course, we got some steam, fog going up here. And, ooh, the pretty water features. Oh, I'm sure Shin and Taka are going to be happy. Especially since it's a jungle. This is a rainforest. I mean, jungles, rainforest, two different things, but it helps to have some rain. Replenish the forests. Wow, again, a wonderful habitat, and of course, wonderful temple build right up here with the rain and the... Oh, I would just love to be out here during one of these, just chilling and watching as the clouds above completely blacked out the sun. Wow, this game's weather is absolutely fantastic. And of course, What's a little bit of rain without some snow? So let's get some snow in here and check that out. Jump cutting to the juicy bit, we have snowfall in the building now. And now, we got all the people shivering, that's good. And we got some fantastic snow physics going on, and it really pops, makes everything even more colorful than it was before. Because, oh man, from a distance, oh, now it really pops. Because, yeah, you got the white snowfall, and it's coming down heavy, it's coming down thick. We're going to have about 6 inches here. Oh man. It's got onto the freaking lanterns, and oh, the cherry blossom tree. Oh, very gorgeous display of pinks and whites. Oh, and we got the yellows here. Like, I would definitely love to be right here, right now, getting myself a coffee if I actually like coffee. I mean, animals and coffee, I am sure. Mooney would be happy if Mooney was here right now, but yeah, freaking phenomenal build. I think we should start wrapping things up. Let's get back into the daytime. Clear away all this snow before anything gets out of hand. Now that the snow has cleared up, we finally have the sun shining down once again on the beautiful small cafe in the middle of a jungle by StrolchHH. Now, make sure you head into the link in the description below. Make sure you subscribe, like, favorite, comment, the whole shebang when it comes to this build, because frankly this is an incredible zoo build, and this would be wonderful in the middle of your next East Asian inspired park. So make sure, once again, like, comment, favorite, subscribe. And of course, I shouldn't be the one to say that. I think I should get somebody else to. Hey guys, it's Erican, little baby Erican. Make sure you subscribe to Small Jungle Cafe with Bar by StrolchHH. Thank you very much. Thank you, Aricon. Now that we're all done here, let's head back to the main intro screen, so that way we can finish up our expo here. Let's go! Okay, we're back. Once again, if you enjoyed all the creations that were showcased in today's expo, make sure you head into the description down below and like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Show your support to both the creators, which was Bedtime Rituals by Smiling Oma 333 for Planet Coaster, and for the Small Jungle Cafe with the Bar by StrolchHH in Planet Zoo. I hope you all enjoyed this expo. I hope you enjoyed this pre-recorded expo. It's been a while since we've done one of these, and the shorter form content should allow us a lot more flexibility, which I hope you enjoyed some of the new things that we tried in this expo. We have a lot more in the pipeline, so I hope you stay tuned for what's to come in the future. Make sure you head on down to the description if you want to showcase your work in one of these expos. We'll have the showcase link down below. If it's not there, you can head on into our Discord, which should be linked down below as well, where we will have the form for both Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster in there as well. So, until next time, I am So Genesis, saying see you guys later.